honestly, minus the castle, that looks a little like Palm Beach today. It's pretty rainy and foggy. We have the UK weather, I guess, in relation to what President Trump is doing today. Beautiful, beautiful castle there. Welcome back to American Sunrise. I'm Dr. G. Thanks for joining us. It is time now for today's health news, sponsored by the Wellness Company. And under the microscope today, breakfast timing, this is a new one, may hold the key to living longer. An international team led by Massachusetts General Hospital and Harvard Medical School, researchers tracked nearly 3,000 adults for over the course of 30 years. What they found was significant. It showed higher survival rates for early breakfast eaters. So gobble it down, guys. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. They also found that the timing of meals, especially breakfast, may be just as important as what is on the plate. So rise and shine. Give God the glory. Remember that fuel in your tank early, along with a little prayer, might just extend your life. I added in the whole prayer part that wasn't actually part of the study at Harvard. A new administration in Washington, D.C. has brought a lot of positive changes when it comes to fixing our broken healthcare system, but there's only so much the government can do. If we really want to make America healthy again, it's going to start at home with each of us, and that's where the Wellness Company comes in. You see and hear from their doctors all the time, and you know their products are the gold standard for keeping you and your family safe and healthy. Wellness Company makes sure you're prepared for whatever happens with their series of prescription medical kits. These kits have an assortment of life-saving medications and guidebooks, too, to assist in the proper use of those medications. Additionally, the Wellness Company offers a variety of products from parasite cleanses to methylene blue to weight loss and much more. These can help you stay healthy and live a longer, more satisfying life. Make America healthy again starts at home. Do your part. Protect the health of yourself and your family. Go to twc.health/RAV. Today, give it an order. That's twc.health/RAV. Use the promo code RAV. That'll save you 10%. Let's bring in American Sunrise contributor Emily Finn as we continue the coverage of Charlie Kirk's assassination and the impact his life had on so many people. Emily, good morning.
So many people, Gina. Thank you. Utah Valley University student Zach Zimmerman was in the front row, just 10 feet away from Charlie Kirk, the moment that he was assassinated. Zach joins us now on American Sunrise. Zach, thank you so much for waking up early, sharing your experience with us this morning. I had a chance to see the video that you posted on Instagram. I can't imagine what it was like actually being there. It's just such a hard time to have to process what you witnessed. How are you doing?
You know, I'm doing all right. It was definitely an unfortunate situation. You know, me and my buddies were super excited to hear what he had to say, you know, regardless of whether we disagreed or not. And it was just supposed to be clean fun, you know. Waited a long time up at the very front just to see him come out. And, you know, it's just really sad.
Walk us through, Zach, whatever you want to share with us about what happened from your vantage point.
Right. So, you know, he was his second conversation in, and the topic was about how LGBTQ should not be allowed to have guns. And as he continued to elaborate on the topic of gang violence to, you know, bolster his claim, that's when the shot rang out. And so, you know, you hear the gunshot, and for a split second, you know, it just wasn't real. And then, you know, when I saw Charlie, completely covered in blood falling over, I knew it was real. And so we all ducked. Everyone ducked. There was screaming, there was crying, there was people throwing up. And so, you know, as I was on the ground, I was deciding, should I get up? Should I run? Should I stay on the ground? I didn't want to make myself a target, because what if he opens fire on the people that support him, you know, especially in the front row. And after about 15 seconds, everyone started running. There was an exit right behind Charlie. And so, you know, me and my buddy started getting trampled. And so I got up, I started running. People were pushing, and, you know, it was completely horrible. I immediately called my parents. I ran all the way to my car. And it was, you know, it honestly sucked. It was hell on earth. Like the memory played in my mind for the past few nights over and over again on repeat, the screams, the sound of the gunshot, the blood. You know, I would never wish this upon anyone.
My God, Zach, that sounds like absolute chaos. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. You know, I'm wondering, I was a Turning Point USA ambassador a few years back. I mean, Charlie played a significant role in my life. I wonder what inspired you, what drew you to him? Why did you go to this event in the first place? So many people were inspired by Charlie, and even through his death, I feel like he's reaching even more people all over the world. What was it about him that really inspired you?
You know, I really like to hear how no matter the situation at hand that he was presented with, the topics that he had to speak about, he always not only had something biblical to bolster his claim, but just facts. And, people couldn't argue that. So even though I didn't even, I wasn't able to agree with everything he said as well, but, that didn't change my opinion on him. He was a great man, and it takes a lot of courage to speak in front of thousands of people unprepared for what they're about to say. And so that's just what drew me to him. I aspire to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to agree on everything, right, Zach? But the point is to have the conversation and to give ourselves a chance to learn. And sometimes we change our opinions through life. It's happened to me many times. I'm so curious. You said you called your parents as you were running out of the main area there where you saw Charlie Kirk shot. What did your parents tell you?
My dad was immediately asking if I was okay. He was asking if I was out of the area. I really appreciate my parents. They were both on the phone with me the entire time for about an hour, just making sure I was okay. And I did want to speak for a moment on the reel I posted. It was really cool to see how many people were very supportive, sending prayers, but it was also very unfortunate to see how many I did get death threats in my DMs and in my comments only for posting that I was there, and it was horrible to watch. I didn't even make a political standpoint, and I had people telling me they wish I got shot too and that they were coming for me, and just horrible images, AI images being sent to me about Charlie Kirk. So it's just unfortunate to see what the world has come to. You don't even make a political standpoint, people still hate on you for it.
We see that so often, and it really does need to stop. We have to stand up against it. Zach, I'm wondering, what do you want to do with your life now, since you were there, you witnessed all of this happen? Has it inspired you or lit a fire in you that you want to go out there and do something like Charlie?
Yeah, honestly, I want to keep his legacy going, just through little acts. I may not be able to live up to what he did. I'd have big shoes to fill, but I'd hope that me, among many others, we can all continue to keep his legacy going. No one deserves to have this happen to them, regardless of your political standpoint. And I hope that the world changes and that America recognizes how, no matter your political standpoint, everyone should be protected.
Zach, really quick, about 30 seconds. I just want to ask you, are you satisfied with the investigation so far? Do you think that our officials are being upfront with us? Is there any information missing, any questions that you have, having been there on the ground?
Honestly, I feel like most of my questions are answered based on the research they've done. I've been obviously following up pretty frequently about the situation, wanting to know how it turned out, and hearing everything they found on, the suspect's phone and stuff. It seems to line up pretty well. I just think the very unfortunate thing is about 30 minutes to an hour after the shooting happened, on the Snapchat UVU school story, someone pointed out seeing the person running across the building, and they point like this, and they can see him at the edge of the building in the prone position in all black, and they did not say anything. So I hope that people take this into account, that if you ever see anything of the sort, it should be immediately reported, because it was seen before the shooting happened, and it could have been stopped if someone said something.
Yeah, absolutely. They may have thought he was a sharpshooter for Charlie. May have thought he was security for Charlie. Right. Just a thought. I realized that that's what I might have thought had I seen him up there, especially in the prone position, as you mentioned. Zach Zimmerman, we're so sorry you went through this, and just know that our family here at Real America's Voice has you and everyone there that day in our prayers. Thanks for being with us.
Of course, we appreciate it.
Still ahead on American Sunrise, Charlie Kirk is hailed as a martyr by conservative Christians, a symbol of standing firm when truth is under attack. We're going to examine how his death could spark a wave of unity in the movement, and also a call to action among those who refuse to back down. But first, actress Jennifer Coolidge is coming under some serious fire from her fans because she followed Charlie Kirk on Instagram. Yeah, you can't make this up. Coolidge is responding to the heat from the woke mob. That story right after the break.